Hey guys, welcome back to a new YouTube video. This YouTube video is going to be all about the 3000 GT. You know, the new project that I'm working on and all that. Big block swap 3000 GT, rear wheel drive, all the goodies. Right now, I think the last part you guys saw me driving it around and the steering was pretty horrible. So today's video is all about be fixing the steering. And the reason why the steering is so bad is, one, it's mechanical, so there's no power steering pump, there's nothing. So, you know, it is what it is. It's an older car, the engine's from 70 and all that. I don't know if I'm gonna put power steering in there or not, who knows. We're just gonna, right now, I want to drive down the road is what I want to do. So clearly you can tell that if you look at the driver's side wheel, see how it's nice and straight, nice and flush. Let's go to the passenger side wheel. Ooh, that is not straight and flush. That is a horrible alignment job is what it is. See, it's not even, like, look at that wheel is pretty much just budging out, while this wheel has a little bit of poke. So the wheel alignment is really bad, so that could explain the reason why it has a lot of snap steer. When you turn left a little bit, that wheel wants to catch the asphalt and then snaps it all the way to the side, which can cause a fatal crash at any speed. So I'm gonna try to show you guys how to take the steering knuckle off and adjust the wheel alignment, just do a quick little wheel alignment. Nothing perfect, just enough where I can actually drive it and all that, and where I can adjust a little more, or see where I want to go with the car and the path I want to take with it, if I want to go power steering and all that. So let's get to it. Let me get the wheels off it, and let me get the steering knuckle off the hub, and let me show you guys what and how to adjust your alignment. So I'll cut to that. Okay, so now we have the wheel off real quick. I'm going to show you exactly what we have to adjust and all that. So right here is just the cowl cylinder that we took off, and the guy put 4 washers on it, and you can tell this is a custom setup. You know, he's got his arm coming in. There's tools that can help you separate these two. I have it over there, I haven't gotten it just yet. So you can tell that, you know, he's got his hub right here, and he's got like a custom like bar into like an L-shaped bracket that has welds on them. That the welds, you know, they look okay. They're not the cleanest, but you know, what am I to judge? My welds are a lot worse. But how we're going to adjust it is we're going to pop this off, and we're going to count the threads over here, and then we're going to come over here to this side where this side's nice and straight, and we're going to count the threads on this right here. So in essence, if the person that did this front end, like the steering apparatus, if it's symmetrical and they did a good job installing it, or it's custom, so they probably just made it themselves, they did a good job, you know, measuring and make sure it's all centered and all that, that the thread, you know, trick will work. If it doesn't work, then we're just gonna have to eyeball it and then just do trial and error until both wheels are going nice and straight. So let's do that first and see if it works. So yeah, I'll cut to when I have the knuckle off and I'm steering it and all that. So yeah, I'll cut to that. Okay, so now last time I showed you guys that I was told I was going to take off the inner tie rod and the tie rod itself. Now I already did that off camera. I should have recorded myself doing it. But pretty much all you do is you take a pipe wrench, you put it on the tie rod itself, and then you take, you know, a wrench that fits this bolt or this nut right here that connects to the inner tie rod, and you loosen it up, and then you pretty much back it to where you want it to be. So right there is about 3 threads, and on the other side it's about 2 threads. But right now I have it right now I'm gonna test it to see if it fits good. I'm gonna put the wheel on it to see if it's like nice and straight, and then I'll tighten everything up, and then I'll kind of judge it. If not, you can grab a piece of wood and try to go to fender by fender to see if it's like nice and straight. So let me tighten this thing up real quick, and then we'll see if you know, eye to eye alignment is okay or not. So yeah, let me get to that. Okay, so we adjusted the other tire, and after I put both tires back on, they still that was pointing a little bit to the right while this one stayed straight. Well, I decided to take off the driver's side tire to see if I could adjust it a little more. Got like I said, 2 threads, and I matched the threads over there. They did not work, so I actually maxed it out, so there's no more threads left from that inner tie rod, and it's still pointing to the right just a little bit. It's definitely better than what it was before, but still pointing to the right still a little bit. you can tell the reason why. One, the tie rods on this car are not the same. It's a different size and length tie rod. This is a different size and length tie rod as well. You can tell the brackets for the hub the guy made aren't even straight. They're at an angle, which is no good. That one's straighter than this one for sure, but this one's literally, it's at a good maybe 15-degree angle. So I'm going to adjust this tie rod and the inner tie rod to max it out. You know, there's a couple more threads left, so I'm gonna max it out, see how much I can get, and then hopefully it comes a little bit better. But I'm thinking that I might have to hand this off to a professional, because this is gonna have it's gonna need custom fab work, and I'm not a big fan of custom fab work. It's not my expertise and all that. My expertise only go just a little bit out, but when it comes to welding and making custom brackets and all that, I just don't have the, you know, the technology nor the expertise to do anything like that. I'm more like, you know, just like adjusting and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna adjust as much as I can to see if it will get better or not, and I will cut to that. Like I said, you know, get yourself a pipe wrench, pull it on the inner tie rod right here, then grab another wrench and go the other opposite way to loosen up this nut. Then you just adjust the nut to where you want it, and you spin the tie rod to, you know, get nice and tight against that nut, and then you slap it back into you know, what would be the, you know, the hub right here. But it's clearly, you know, you can tell that it's all custom, and it's not good custom. The guy did an okay job with, you know, the subframe and all that, but he definitely, you know, towards the end of the build, he's like, okay, I just want to get this thing done, let's slap it together. And now I have to pick up and make it right. So let me get to that then. Okay, so I got both wheels on now, and the alignment is honestly looking a bit better, but still not perfect. You can see that this wheel is nice and straight on the fender itself, no curves and all that. And then if you come on this side, it's got a little bit of poke on this side, but it's definitely better than it was before. Look at that. Get like right up to the fender. Got a little bit of poke. It's on the other side. Nice and flush, perfect. No poke. So the bracket for the hub itself definitely bent. You know, the little bracket that holds the outer tie rod bent. So I'm gonna take it for a quick test drive. It won't be in this video. I'll just do it off camera and all that, and I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys, you know, how it is after the next part and all that. But it's probably going to be the same, maybe a little bit better, but honestly the same. So that's probably going to end this video. Showed you guys how to adjust, you know, wheel alignment and all that. Just eyeball, nothing like, you know, to the T and all that. Just enough to actually get you to a place that does alignments and all that. So if it's like really messed up. So if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, like, subscribe, you know, you guys know that worked and all that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.